This is a brief introduction to the Labyrinth of Fables app. I'd just like to explain a bit how it works and give a few tips. And it will start with a configuration dialog where you can select the screen resolution that works for your screen. Then you arrive at this welcome screen, and here and also later inside the labyrinth you have some options. If you click on the right middle of the screen to the right side, you can select the language, English or French, and then all the texts will follow that selection. And if you click on the left, you can get a help screen in French or English based on your language selection. So let's switch back to English here. And inside the labyrinth, you can always click at the top of the screen in the middle to go back to the beginning. So now let's just click on Start the Experience. And there are two modes. One is a stroll mode, where all the features in the labyrinth have been activated already. The other is the play mode, where the player has to progressively activate the various features. So the player builds the environment by guessing the morals of each fable. So we'll start a bit with that in that play mode for maybe the first 7 or 8 fountains to see how that works. Here's the help again. So in this case, we'll use the keyboard arrows and the mouse to navigate. Right, so this is the entrance of the labyrinth. We're using the keyboard arrows now, the up arrow to advance. And now the mouse can be used, or the trackpad can be used to look around, up and down, around. And here we are in front of the statue of Aesop. This is a statue that still exists. So in this case, the rendering is in 3D based on the original statue, and one can click on it to hear a bit of a dialogue.
Welcome to the labyrinth. This is your opportunity to gain the wisdom that my fables can teach you.
And opposite Aesop is Cupid, also a statue that is preserved.
Welcome. My friend Aesop will probably talk to you about wisdom and his fables, but just relax and enjoy the beauty of the gardens.
So at this point, the labyrinth is still quite simple and unadorned. And by guessing the moral of each fable correctly, the various features and ornaments will be added. So let's start with this one. Some of the fountains are reproduced in two-dimensional form because they're only known from two-dimensional drawings, and a few others are in 3D based on extant sculptures.
The owl and the birds. The birds by day once found an owl with noisome voice and feathers foul. Each struck her so that since her flight abroad was never but by night.
Well, what is the moral? There are 3 options. Let's see if it's perhaps this one.
Not
Nope.
quite. Try again. Not quite. Try again. Good advice is sometimes annoying to hear.
So now the water will play. One has to close the fable and can advance to the next one. So we'll go perhaps down here to the right. Again, arrow key, up arrow to advance, and then left and right to adjust. Now with the two-dimensional fountains, it takes a while perhaps to find the right angle to view them properly. So you have to move around a little bit with the arrows and the mouse or trackpad. Let's go a bit more to the left here. And then click in the area of the fountain to hear the fable.
The Cox and the Partridge. The Cox once beat a partridge for which wrong he sore complained, but saw themselves ere long. Each other so attack, ho, ho, said he. They combat with themselves, why not with me? Strangers should avoid those who quarrel amongst themselves.
Right, here we need to get it in the better position.
The Cock and Fox. The fox invites the cock to mirth and said that twixt those who try to entrap others are often caught by their own schemes.
Now here we have a three-dimensional rendering.
The Cock and the Diamond. The martial cock, precious things are without value to those who cannot prize them. The Hanging Cat and the Rats. The cat once counted, the wise do not let themselves be tricked a second time.
Here it's a bit difficult to find the right viewing point. This is a small sculpture. Let's see.
The Eagle and the Fox. The soaring eagle, fierce, greedy of prey, seizing upon the fox cubs, flies away. The dam, a beast of vengeance, in her ire, sets with a torch the eagle's nest on fire. Not quite. Try again. Those that violate friendship, although they get away, yet do not escape punishment. The Peacocks and the Jay. The ambitious borrowed feathers do not make fine birds. The Cock and the Turkey Cock. The turkey cock, once with expanded small fools are the most quarrelsome.
Right, so now we have the fences also, and there are a few more features that one can activate by continuing. Now, as you saw, there are also maps at various places within the labyrinth, but one can also simply click here on the map that's always at the bottom of the screen and see the itinerary until then. And of course, you don't have to follow the numbers like I did here. There is also a feature that allows you to jump to fountains directly. That doesn't always work so well. It can lead to surprising results, but let's see, I think this should work. Okay, let's see where we are here. Right, we're here with the rats, and these are also in 3D. So let's go back a little bit.
The Council of Rats. The rats against the cat consult, that often let those who propose be willing to perform.
And let's maybe do one more jump.
The Council of Rats.
Oh, sorry. So if you click somewhere near the fountain, then it will still give you the fable. So let's move around a bit away, and let's jump to the last one.
The Ducks and the Spaniel. A spaniel with great eagerness pursues a flock of ducks, to whom don't waste time pursuing labors that cannot be productive.
All right, so we've gotten 10 right now. I'll stop here and go back to the beginning. So by clicking at the top of the screen, and then just start a new tour in the stroll mode. So now we have right from the start all the features, including some 17th century music, and all the fountains are playing, not just the ones we have guessed right before. And the fences and the vegetation are complete.